Introduction. The wise win before they fight, while the ignorant fight to win. Zhuge Liang, regent of the Shu kingdom. The wise win before they fight. So wrote Zhuge Liang, the great statesman, scholar, and military commander of China's Three Kingdoms period. That may sound like an empty platitude, but it captures an essential truth. The wise win before they fight by recognizing all the games that could be played, steering the strategic environment in their favor, and then fighting with confidence in their ultimate victory. By contrast, the ignorant just play the game that lies before them, their victory or defeat largely out of their control, a matter of luck and fortune. I refer to the wisdom of Zhuge Liang as game awareness, the ability to see the strategic world around you with open eyes. Game awareness helps protect you from the many dangers of not knowing what games you are really playing. Moreover, once you are truly aware of the games in your life, you can take steps to change them to your strategic advantage. That's why, in addition to cultivating your game awareness, my focus throughout this book is on how the lessons of game theory inform the art of changing games. Mastering this art will allow you to recognize and seize strategic opportunities that others do not see, giving you a significant advantage over your peers. Over the past 40 years, the science of game theory has risen from a fairly obscure branch of applied mathematics to the engine driving many of the most important intellectual advances in the social sciences. In the classroom, game theory is now a mainstay in a wide variety of fields, from economics and political science to business strategy, and is making inroads in disciplines such as law, corporate finance, managerial accounting, and social entrepreneurship, even biology and epidemiology. Even if you've never heard of game theory, its lingo and concepts are in the air you breathe. What does America's planned troop withdrawal signal to the Afghan Taliban? Will a Greek debt default lead to contagion and financial crises elsewhere? Did Sprint's early investment in 4G WiMAX technology give them a first-mover advantage? These game-theoretic questions were all in the news in recent years. Game theory in business. In 2005, Fast Company magazine made a splash with an article claiming that no one uses game theory in business. In their reporting, however, Fast Company doesn't appear to have spoken with any actual business leaders. Those people tell a different story, how game theory can and does give them and their businesses a strategic advantage. First, game theory helps businesses plot tactics. The most obvious games in business are those played at the tactical level, how to set prices, how to launch a new product, and so on. Management consultants the world over use game theory when formulating tactical, strategic advice on how to win such games. U.S. military planners long ago learned the value of game theory for tactics. Before any major mission, they routinely play war games in which one group of officers is tasked with playing the enemy and achieving the enemy's objectives. Wargaming is essential as it exposes weaknesses in one's initial strategy and leads to a more robust final plan. On the other hand, a McKinsey global survey of over 1,800 business leaders found that about half don't even consider more than one of their own options when making important business decisions, much less how the competition might respond. Of course, that just gives your firm a leg up if you can deploy game theory in a more meaningful way. Second, game theory provides actionable insights. We are surrounded by games whose outcomes affect us, including many over which we have little control. Game theory provides conceptual insights that allow one to understand and predict before others what is likely to happen in such games. For example, according to Tom Copeland, Chairman Emeritus of Corporate